Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about PCI requirement 655, which states that live pans are not used in pre-production environments except where those are included in the CDE and protected in accordance with all applicable PCI requirements. So let's kind of break that long statement down and kind of go over what's going on here. One of the key things that has been identified is protecting pan. That's what the PCI DSS is about protecting that cardholder data. So as such, any cardholder data, any pans, anything like that need to be inside of the CDE. If we have environments outside of the CDE that we're using for testing or development, they cannot use live pans. And that's kind of a key feature of PCI requirement 655. Anything that is going to be using live pans has to be within the CDE. And another key point about this is that the entity needs to make sure that it's limiting the storage of live pans, and that if it needs to use live pans, that the organization requires, and that is documented for that requirement, that any systems that are using live pans are within the CDE. Now, organizations may ask, how do we test things? Well, if you're testing in an environment that's outside of the CDE, we need to make sure that we're not using a real pan and that we're using appropriate test bins or things like that that can be provided by either the other entities that we're testing against. And those test pans can be used outside of the CDE, but if it's a live pan that could be used potentially for a transaction, it must be within the CDE.